What's up, everybody? Steve Huber here with Billion Dollar Contractor. If I've never met you before, my name's Steve. I own a company. We help contractors grow and scale their businesses. And we've done over $2 billion in the last 15 years of work out there in solar, roofing, HVAC, and batteries. Hey, so I have a newsletter I just do for fun. It's called the Tuesday Tune-Up. It comes out every Tuesday, and it's really designed for sales managers and salespeople that are busy, they're driving around, and just kind of a tune-up for your mindset, your attitude, your skills. Maybe it's a fun challenge. We do all kinds of things every single week. Been doing it for over a year now, and it's just been awesome. So I figured what better way to shoot a video today than to talk about tomorrow's edition that's coming out, which is all about comp plans. Now, comp plans are how salespeople get paid. It's your commissions plan. And almost 100% of the companies that we work with and clients that come to us, one of the very first things we're going to ask for in basically your onboarding packet is a copy of your comp plan. And we're doing it to see what you have, what you don't have. And almost 100% of contractors that come to us have a fatal flaw. Now, fatal flaw could, at the very least, crush your growth, and at the very most, actually get you sued, right? So it's like the worst thing that can happen is you get sued. So today I'm going to walk you through the 6 things that we see most often in comp plans that come to us that are issues. And my goal here is hopefully just to help you avoid the same mistakes. I see a lot of chatter about comp plans out there and how do we structure them and what do I do. And so today I'm going to go through all 6 of the most common issues that we see that will help you create a comp plan that won't get you sued and will actually incentivize people to do great work for your company. So let's talk about number 1. Number 1 is you're incentivizing unwanted behaviors. And I was talking to my sister last week. She works for a big clothing company, and she was talking about how sales is kind of selling the wrong things. And they're literally selling projects that are losing the company money. And they're doing it for one reason. It is because they're incentivized to do bad behavior. They're incentivized the wrong way. And this actually is a really common issue. A lot of companies will incentivize salespeople how salespeople want to get incentivized. But it's not what's best for the company. And I'll give you an example. I had a client of ours the other day. Their comp plan was paying people commissions based on contract signings, not the work actually being delivered and the job being done. So what was happening is sales was turning in a lot of contracts, getting paid a bunch of money. The operations team was working to build all these projects. Some were falling out, some weren't falling out. There was just like all this lost money and headache on the backside because sales wasn't incentivized to match what was good for the company and good for the customer, which would have been building a project and getting the customer what it is that they signed up for. Sales was incentivized 100% just to get a contract signed and turn in a job, which is a big, big problem. So the very first thing I want you to do is get all of your unwanted behaviors out of your comp plan. Sales should only get paid if the company wins and the customer wins. That's it. If sales is getting paid and incentivized to do anything other than the company and the customer winning, you have lost. You have to get it out of your comp plan. So take a good look there. Number 2, vague or missing components. I can't tell you how often it happens where we ask somebody, how do you pay your salespeople? And they explain it to us. Oh, we have this component, we have this. And then we get out your comp plan and we look at it and you're missing those things. This is a really easy way to get you in big, big legal trouble. The kind of class action lawsuit that literally just shuts your company down. Anytime you have anything related to pay, it needs to be in your commission agreement. Now, it doesn't mean that we can't do some bonuses or one-off incentives or one-off things here or there. But if it's a regular expectation of how people should get paid, and it's part of their commission, and it's part of their their livelihood and their income that they're going to plan on, you have to get those things down in your commissions program. You have to write them down. I also want you to think about what happens if somebody leaves. What if they don't work with the company anymore? Do they still get commissions? Are they entitled to partial commissions? What if they manipulate a job? What if they lie to a customer? What if, what if there's lots of different things out there that could spin up that I want you to think about as you go through and structure your comp plan and literally get a lot of that stuff in there. I've never seen an issue come from having a little bit extra in place and spelling out what would happen in those cases. So, for example, if you leave the company, here's what happens. If you manipulate a job and you lie to a customer, or we get hit with something because of your negligence, here's what happens. It's okay. Put those things in your comp plan so you don't get sued one day, and again, everything's covered. All right, number 3, capped commissions. Now, salespeople are motivated by money. And if you cap commissions, I know it may stink to have to pay a sales rep all this money, but the very best salespeople are going to make a lot of money. And they're either going to make a lot of money with you, which means you're also making a lot of money, because remember, we're only paying them when the company wins, right? So the more they win, the more the company wins. You're either going to pay them or they're going to leave and go somewhere else and somebody else is going to pay them. And all you're going to be stuck with is mediocre salespeople. You have to be a fan of sales. When you own a business, that's your livelihood. It's your bread and butter. When sales wins, the company is winning. And we want sales to win big all the time. So don't think in your head, I'm paying this guy $500,000 to do something simple. He's making more than I am. Wrong way to think about it. That guy's making you a ton of money as a business owner. And if he's not, you got problems elsewhere. So uncap your commissions, uncork the sales team, let them make money as long as the company's making money along with it. All right, number 4, overcomplicated structure. So salespeople want simplicity. We want to know what we're getting paid when we sell a job, pretty accurately. It doesn't have to be spot on. Yes, things can change. But I should have a rough idea of what I'm going to get paid when I sell a job. Very often in the construction industry, we see this in the form of paying people off of profit. And the problem with paying people off of pure profit for the company is that they have to understand all the cogs that go into your business. Cost of goods sold, or COGS, is all your overhead. It's the material cost. It's how much conduit you need, how much wire, how many screws and nuts and bolts, all these things that go into the project that sales ultimately doesn't control. They're not out there supplying material. You don't want them doing that. Get them a simple comp plan that they can understand. It's easy to spell out. And by the way, this will actually simplify all the other steps. If you have a simple comp plan, it's easy to spell out what happens and when, right? So get your comp plan simple. Get sales out of all the COGS and all the profit margin stuff, and just get them focused on making deals and making good deals for the company. All right, number 5, inconsistent payouts. If you're watching this and you're in sales and your company is constantly missing payday, or the bank transfer didn't go through, or there's errors, big red flag. Like, big red flag. There is smoke there, and you better run before there's a full-blown fire, okay? If you employ salespeople and you are inconsistently paying them, if you're missing paydays, just know that at some point that's going to come to get you. Your instability with paying people is going to become a major problem, especially as we think about those prime salespeople, the ones that have the mortgage, they've got the family at home, they want to work hard, they want to make a bunch of money. They have zero tolerance for not getting paid on time. So make sure you're paying your salespeople on time. And again, if your comp plan's too complex to do that, stream it down. Get it simple to where they know what they're going to get paid. You know what you need to pay them. You can pay them on time. The cash flows match to the business, so we're not advancing a bunch of stuff. Keep it simple and just do what you need to do. Last thing I have for you guys is lack of flexibility. Comp plans need to change over time as the business grows, okay? And it's okay to do that. Don't be intimidated by the fact that comp plans are going to change. Now, comp plan changes suck. Nobody wants to go through a comp plan change. So you need to be thoughtful about how you do it. If you're doing it every 2 or 3 weeks, which honestly I've seen, you're going to kill all stability, which again, those prime salespeople need stability. You're going to kill it all. So Allow for some flexibility within your comp plan. Don't feel that you need to just pay people what you've been paying them, especially if it's losing the company money. I see it all the time. People come to us and say, "Hey, uh, here's our comp plan, but Larry over here has been with us a really long time, and so we pay Larry something unique that we don't even have written down anywhere." And we dig into what Larry gets paid, and Larry actually is costing the company a lot of money. And although we all love for our employees to make a lot of money and salespeople to make a lot of money, we don't we don't help anybody out when our company goes bankrupt and we have to lay everybody off. Larry would probably rather make a little bit less to do something that's great for the company than have the company go bankrupt and make nothing. Okay, so put some flexibility in your comp plan. Again, once a year, once every 6 months, totally fine to go through and make those audits, make those changes as you need to. And as you run into issues, if you're like, hey, here's this new circumstance we didn't think of before, get it in there. You should almost have a draft going of a comp plan at all times so that as they're front of mind for you, you're like, oh, that's right. I should probably hop in and make that update so that next time we roll out the comp plan, we address this issue we're dealing with today. Have it going again every 6 months. It's totally fine to send out a new updated version. Anyways, if you have the right comp plan in place, it will absolutely be the foundation for a great sales team. We want our salespeople making a lot of money. We want them to get paid as the company gets paid and be incentivized to do things, put the company and the customer in winning positions. They should understand how do they get paid. We should pay them on time. And it's really not challenging to do. It's just thinking about it a little bit deeper than maybe you have in the past. Of course, if you need help with that, that's what we do here at Billion Dollar Contractors. So reach out to us. We'd love to sit down, do a full deep dive on your comp plan to see where your issues are at, if we can help you. And again, if nothing else, we'll help point you in the right direction. Make sure you're not going to get in big trouble, which would be the worst possible thing for everybody to have you get sued. So I hope it was helpful. Again, if you'd like to join the newsletter, go to www.thetuesdaytuneup.com. It is 100% free and there for you.